This is Robbie Lochner with Jack Russell's Great White, and you're listening to Little Ozzy.
We've got Rhino. Man,
What's up?
you got all kinds of bands. History. Lots of albums.
Oh yeah, I mean, not super famous albums, but I've played a lot, man. I've played a lot of music, from country to jazz to bluegrass. I don't know about bluegrass, but maybe
Bluegrass!
maybe somewhere back there I played some bluegrass. I don't really remember, but probably. You know, coming up from Nashville, Tennessee.
I remember that song. Green grass and high fields and...
No, it's green grass and high tides forever.
That's great, dude.
Yeah,
so, you know what? We've known each other maybe 3 years. I was so excited the first night I met you. I was more excited the second night I met you. And the third night. Now I'm really excited. So I think we should go and get married.
Why not? Yeah.
Why not?
It's that day and age.
Tell me about your Nashville days, man. You were a young dude back in the 80s.
Yeah. Growing up in Nashville, Tennessee, which is mostly country music, and my dad was really into the country music thing, and he actually had a record deal with MGM Records.
Did he really?
He did, and he singer. Wanted to be like a solo guy, and he went pretty far. They had a lot of marketing going on with him, and he did quite well. But after a while, things just didn't work out. But I grew up in a home with a lot of music, going on, and he would play guitar a lot and sing, and I would, as a little boy, I'd play along, whatever boxes or whatever was around I could beat on. Yeah. And I remember as a young guy thinking this really was cool. This really felt good.
Same dream.
This felt great. It just was natural, to have him playing and me play. I've told this before a lot of times. I would really go into some kind of trance. I couldn't really can't put a finger on it, but it made me feel good, and I felt the rhythm, of everything. And he just kept playing and playing, and that's how I started playing. And when I was about, maybe 8 years old, he got me a drum set. I remember it was a Christmas day, and we had a lot of people over, and I started playing just a beat out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Something, and they were all like, "Wow!" They were shocked because here was this young guy. Yeah, he's got it. He's playing actual drums that sounds like something.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't realize it because it just felt natural to me. But and since then, man, it's been my thing, man. Drums.
Your thing.
Music and just fell in love with it. I think I have an uncle too, way back, who played drums as well.
Really?
Played like big band drums, yeah.
That's cool. Heck yeah. So you did the Nashville scene, I guess.
Yeah, Nashville scene, man. It was great. I had a lot of great friends. Some cool bands. I played in this band, Archangel, it was a heavy metal band. And when I was in high school, we had a band called Nova with some buddies of mine, and I was really not into the country thing. I wanted to rock, I wanted to play metal.
Yeah. How'd you hook up with Man of War?
Well, we were playing the local band at the time I was in, Archangel, was coming through town. Man of War, they were coming through town, and they wanted an opening band there locally. Let's get a local band, to do this thing with these guys, because they always come through and play smaller clubs before they go out to Europe, and they were coming to town, and of course we were the Archangel, the band I was with at the time, was like the band, and they put us with Manowar, and they at the time were looking for a drummer, and I said, "Hey man, why don't you check the band out?" I was talking to Scott Columbus, the drummer. I said, "Man, you should check the band out. Check us out, see what you think." Yeah, he said, I think I'll do that. And he's actually the one that was listening to the band and went to the bus and said, "Hey, you got to hear this drummer. He's really, he'd be a great replacement for me because he was leaving. Like this guy is like perfect."
Oh, so he was leaving.
He was leaving. He was leaving. I mean, this guy would be a great replacement. We were up there doing our thing, and I even had a drum set that looked like Man-O-War. I had a steel-looking drum set, aluminum-looking kit, and they came in there like, actually what was funny about it was when I was done, my band members were standing around me and they were talking to me, "Hey man, why don't you give me your number? Maybe we can do some shows together." And the bass player was like, "Yeah man, I'll give you my number." Like, "Well, let me get the drummer's number too, just in case I lose this number," or whatever it was, "Okay, yeah, sure, I'll give you my number too." Yeah. And then I got a call about, I don't know, maybe a week later.
What did you think when you got that big call?
Yeah, that was crazy, man. I just knew it was going to happen.
Yeah,
I did. I knew it was going. I knew he wasn't thinking about us doing shows with him.
You just knew he was.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway,
and it was Joey, and this guy's got a real commanding voice and a very, extreme presence. He's like, "Hey, this is Joey the Man with Man-O-War. I saw you up there burning like a demon from hell on those drums.
Right.
The double bass is what we're really looking for. You're a killer double bass player, and this is what we want. And we really like what you're doing. Actually, it wasn't necessarily what actually, let me backtrack on it. It wasn't really what he was saying in particular. Was what we were looking for. It was what he was looking for, because he really he basically told me, he said, "Well, I could be your manager. I can get maybe I can get you to White Snake." And I was like, "That's cool."
Yeah.
And then when he came into town and said, "Well, I want you to sign this management contract." Sure, why not? Sign a management contract. And next thing you know, he's like, "Well, congratulations to the new Man-O-War drummer." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah. Sure,
Yeah.
Why not?"
You just signed it. You didn't read it, brother.
No. Why not? Who cares? I'm 20 years old, this guy's got a contract. What's a contract?
Right.
What is it? I don't care what it is. Sign it. So that's how I got in the band.
That's a good story, bro. I love that.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't necessarily trick me into it, but he didn't really lead me on that I don't know why. He didn't lead me on to be like, "We want you to be our drummer."
Right.
He just said, I want to be your manager. And then as soon as I signed it, it was like, "Congratulations, the Man-O-War." I was like, "What?"
Some people are really good with keeping those things quiet.
Yeah.
That's what I never understood. I'm one of these that if somebody calls me for something big, I'm on the internet telling everybody.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't happen. Or, I've had to learn a lot of hard ways, and I still have that tendency sometimes.
Yeah. No, that's how it happened. I was fine with me. Actually, I was much happier hearing that I was in a Man-O-War drummer than thinking, "Oh, this guy's gonna find me. He's probably gonna put me in some band I don't want to be in, or I don't. Who knows?"
Yeah.
But having a little bit of a relationship with him, because we talked quite a bit, I felt comfortable with him. And then when he said I was going to be the new drummer of the band, I thought, "Oh, that's cool, great. That works out. I like that. That works out for me."
I love that, man. So after that, what have you done? When we played, you have a great band with Jack Starr.
Actually, after that, I left, man, in '95. I was in the band in '88, out in '95.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened after that was I decided I would do some writing, because that's really what my real heart was doing, was writing music. Mm-hmm. So I wrote a project called Shadow Symphony. It's a big, stupid metal opera about ghosts and vampires and things. I'll have to get you a copy of it.
I would love that.
Be interested in that. And I did that. It took me about 4 years to finish, and around 2000 I finished it, and Joey went around trying to shop it to some labels, and they weren't really interested. And I had a family, my son Zach, in 2000, and I got married in '96 to my beautiful wife, Rusty, and didn't come until why am I saying 90s? 2004 or 5, 2005, he put me in this band called Holy Hell, which was his girlfriend's band,
mm-hmm.
Joey Mayo. Did I say that? I don't think I said that.
I don't think you did.
Anyway, Joey DeMello's girlfriend's band, Holy Hell. And that is a tremendous band, a great band.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Stump on guitar, Jay Rigney on bass, Francisco Palomo on keyboards, Maria Brion on vocals. And it was a really tremendous band. And we toured with Manowar.
Wow.
We toured with them, like everywhere. So it was really weird. I left in '95 and thinking, that's pretty much it. I'm probably never going to really tour that much again.
Right.
And all of a sudden, 2005, I'm back out there again. Like really just going at it. Out there with Manowar and all the people I know, and with that band. I did that till around 2000 and I don't know, 10, 11, maybe. And after that, I formed my own band, Angels of Babylon.
Angels of Babylon.
I've got 2 albums out. One, Kingdom of Evil. The other one is called Thunder God. And the first one has Dave Ellison on bass of Megadeth.
Cool guy.
Dave Feffolt on vocals.
Yeah.
Ethan Brosh on guitars. And the second one has me on vocals.
Really?
Because the singer...
Well, I've heard you sing when we played with you. You were singing.
The singer quit, and I just couldn't find a singer. I thought, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
I'll do it myself. And I play live. I play drums and sing at the same time. And we got a guitar player, just 3-piece band.
That's
I've
awesome.
been doing that. And that's really that's where I put my attention on Angels of Babylon stuff.
Yeah.
I got a new one coming out. I've got a bunch of songs already ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for a label, looking for some distribution.
Right on. You've written several. That's awesome.
Yeah. I got 8 songs ready. That's probably all I'm going to do for this next record is 8 songs.
Right on.
It's enough.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring some of these guys in Facebook and see if they had any questions. We got about 11 in here listening.
Oh, really?
They're all saying, turn it up, I can't hear.
Yeah, here, we're soft talkers.
We're soft talkers. We don't want to hurt anybody. But, so, it's really cool that you just live a couple hours from here. And it's really amazing. We're excited about the pilot we're doing for the TV show, which we hope happens. And we're excited that you're willing to be a part of this.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really, really cool thing.
I'm sure.
And I'm stoked up about it. But I'm going to log off now of this because it's a mic distracting, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right.
But yeah, I was thinking maybe some people would have questions other than we can't hear you. But
that was it, huh?
they can hear the podcast. They can go back and listen to that. That's for sure. But yeah, we're trying to get together a festival like late August, where if we can bring some people together, musicians, and just have like kind of a day thing.
That'd be great.
Maybe a kickoff thing or like that, so we can kind of just rock everybody and do some cool things.
I wonder if Space Coast Harley's ever going to do live music over there again.
We had one July 4th, and they called me Saturday.
That's right.
$400. And I was like, we can't do it. So that was the crazy part about it. But what's up, guys?
What's the shit?
We got the whole team in here.
Come on.
Mr. Ray Thurman, we got Johnny Lawrence, myself, and Mr. Rhino with us. So we've been having a great time. It's been amazing. It was an amazing jam a little while ago.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. It was definitely loud.
Yeah.
You definitely
Put the hurting on it?
Man, you bit my cymbal.
Oh no. Well, put it on my bill.
Put it on my charge. It's funny. But is there anything you guys want to talk about? I mean, we're here. We're live. We are live on the Little Aussie podcast.
Little Aussie.
Hey, this is Professor. What'd you say?
What's a biba? You remember that one? What's a biba?
What was that?
They're talking about
Ozzy, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
What's a Bieber?
What's a biba?
Yeah. I would have much rather had a little Obama on the show, is what he told me.
Obama.
A little Obama.
Now you played on Triumph of Steel, correct?
Triumph of Steel. Yeah, that's the one.
A lot of people talk about that album as one of the best albums from Man of War when it comes to the drumming, and you are a heavy hitter, and that's really one of my favorite albums from Man of War. Tell me a little bit about that, about recording that with them.
Well, let's see. What I remember is, I'll tell you one of the most interesting things I thought was we really didn't record in the normal way. What was interesting to me, I thought, was, I thought we were all going to play like a band situation, but really, basically, what I heard the whole time recording that record was Eric's voice.
Really?
That's it.
Wow.
Nothing else. Just playing a beat, and listening, in my head the song, and listen to Eric sing and listen, say, here comes the verse, here comes the, that was it. It was trying to get everything pure and clean and all the sounds right without any obstructions or any bleed or anything like that. And that was interesting.
So was that difficult?
It was difficult, man. It was very hard to really get in, get that spirit, get that vibe going, but
because you got a little bit of like a tribal mix the way you play. I love how you hit, and it just, it's awesome. Even hearing you guys today, just playing on this. I mean, this is not the best of sets, but any good drummer can make any set sound good. And even, you see guys that are on YouTube now with the Hello Kitty sets.
Yeah,
and you're like, wow. But what's your favorite track off of that album? Because mine's Burning.
I was going to say the same thing.
Really? Okay.
It's funny because that song was a lot different than what was recorded at the time. It was a lot different beforehand. I have demo tapes of us writing that song.
Really?
In the middle of all that, was Eric just whispering. There was actual music. And we actually played some music. It wasn't just talking. I remember that. But, that's the way they came out in the end. But yeah, that's my favorite song as well.
That's good. I mean, I guess the fellow drummers like the same. But that Burning was just one that I just, I loved it. I loved the drumming. It just was real intense, and you can feel it. So, but Lynn, that's what I wanted to ask him. I had I was always a fan of his with his playing, and so we were talking about that first Man of War album that he did with. My favorite track was Burning, which
everybody likes Power of Thy Sword. That's everybody. You ask anybody, Power of Thy Sword. Like, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting, that Burning. That was my favorite.
Me too. It's my. I remember
writing
writing
that bass out the way.
This is the coolest song.
Let me move that bass out the way. Look.
Us old men sitting around chewing cud.
I like this one when you hit the glasses.
Hey, now. Sit here, Buster.
But all the guys that are doing it today are the guys in their 50s and 60s. You look at the ones that are really doing it still, and I mean, even like Lamb of God, they're late 40s, 50s, and Maiden, all those bands that are
hammering it out, man.
And they're just going, and it's just like the younger generation needs to learn from those guys because that's how to do it.
I'll tell you what's. I don't mean to sound negative. God, sorry, old man, I guess talking like this, but. It's funny because I noticed is back in our day, bands sounded really great on records. Like, wow, this record sounds amazing. You see them live, to me, they always sounded better.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, even better. Nowadays bands, I notice this is just my opinion, I'm not saying everybody thinks this way, but bands sound so amazing on record because you know what they're doing. They're going to say it. They're correct in their rhythm chops.
Oh, yeah.
They're correct in their kicks and their snare. And the sounds are so prefabbed and in your face and big and magnificent. And then you go see them live, like, something's not right.
And you know what? I have this detector in my ear. I can hear when the auto tune is just crap.
You can hear it.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Because back then you had to get, which I'm patting myself on the back. I'm pretty good on tone. As far as I'm never really sharp, because I was trained back then. I was taught to hear. If you can't hear your monitor, you're hearing off the walls, or you got a finger in your ear. Well, you wear earplugs. I probably destroyed my hearing for life. But the cool part about it is it was so important back then because we didn't have all that. We had an Effectron. I might have had a digital pedal where I could crack a little echo
or delay or reverb or something.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
Because back then. you know, we had to learn to be spot on in the studio. We really had to learn our craft well, you know. So live,